So Saumya, can you please tell us something about yourself first?
Yes. So my name is Saumya Pandey and I have secured All India rank 4 this year in Civil Services examination. This was my first attempt and I belong to Allahabad itself, and my background is that I have done BTech in Electrical Engineering from Motilal Nehru, Allahabad, and I was a gold medalist there.
Sounds very good. So what are the basic mantras for your success?
So I think this exam, UPSC Civil Services, is like a marathon. So the most important thing in this exam is that patience. So the mantras of my success will be first and foremost patience, and second, of course, a smart strategy, right kind of dedication and focus.
So when did you start your preparation for the IAS examination? And when should one ideally begin, if you can advise some students?
Yes. Sir, when I was in final year of graduation, after that I started preparation. So after I graduated, I took about 1 year to prepare for this exam. Ideally, I think 1.5 year is a time enough to prepare for this exam.
So what was your optional, and what was the basis of selecting this particular optional subject?
So my optional was geography. Although I am an engineering graduate and electrical engineering was also an option that could have been taken, but I took geography because of two reasons. One was that this subject is very relevant. It helped me a lot in GS papers, and since the exam is heavily oriented and weighted towards the GS, so I took geography for this reason. And secondly, I thought as a civil servant, geography is a very relevant optional. As a civil servant, you need to know the geography, both physical and social, of your surroundings.
And how did you prepare for geography, being an electrical student?
Yes, so the basic thing that I kept in mind to prepare for geography was that I kept limited to a few books and I kept reading them again and again. So this was one thing, and secondly, I practiced a lot of map works from a book called Geography Through Maps by Mr. K. Siddhartha. So that has an extensive coverage of map work of India, so I used that.
How did you come to know about the sources of reading materials which are standard, and what books did you refer for geography?
So I got to know the complete book list or the ideal book list from the internet itself. I searched a lot of toppers interviews, and from that I came to know what were the important books, and of course the reputation of the author also plays a very important role here, and so I got to know the complete book list from the internet itself.
How did you come to know about the sources of reading materials, and what books did you refer for geography?
Sir, I came to know about the sources majorly from the internet, from the various toppers interview of last year's, and some of the books that I referred to one was Geography Through Maps by Mr. K. Siddhartha, which was very helpful. It extensively covered all the maps of India, all the physical geography maps and social geography maps. And secondly, I followed a book, a dictionary of geography, because sometimes there are some terms which we don't understand, so the dictionary played a very important role. This was dictionary again by Mr. K. Siddhartha.
So your preparation has not been conventional. How do you think that these books helped you?
So I think geography is such a common subject that more or less the sources are same for everyone, but the way you read the books, the way you make notes out of them, the way you practice out of them is important. So I think these books had a very quality material available, and I took out important diagrams, important material, and used them extensively in my answer writing. So that way I thought my preparation was a little different.
Can you suggest to the students aspiring that how to select a good book, or how good book should be selected?
Yes, so I think there are 2 or 3 pointers that one has to keep in mind while selecting a good book. One is, of course, you should go through the book itself first, just an overview to understand whether you are able to comprehend whatever is there in the book. Secondly, the reputation of the author and the reviews of previous year's toppers plays an important role. And thirdly, you can see whether you are able to find the answers of previous year question papers from the chapters of that book.
Tell us something about preparation of essay paper.
Yes, so since I've scored good marks in essay, so I have the authority to say on this subject. I think essay is a very subjective paper. We have to write 2 essays of about 1000 to 1200 words in a matter of 3 hours. So first of all, it is important that we do manage our time properly. Secondly, choosing the topic of essay is important because they give us an option of 4 topics. Some are abstract topics and some are topics of factual nature or current affairs topics. So whatever one is good at, one should choose that topic. And thirdly, practicing essays from previous year question papers can be helpful. So when one is writing an essay, one has to keep the essay very multidimensional and very rational, very balanced, giving pros and cons, and then giving optimistic suggestions. So I think these are some of the few points that one can keep in mind while writing an essay.
So besides coaching, what kind of advice or what kind of mentoring did you go in for?
Yes, so it's very important in this exam. One needs very personalized guidance because everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses. So the role of mentor is very important here, and I think mentor can actually guide you, give you an insight about your mistakes and how to correct them. So here I would like to mention about Mr. K. Siddhartha, who has a very long history of mentoring and who has authored also so many good books, and even his online videos are very, very motivating and inspiring. So a mentor has a very important role in this exam.
Thanks, Saumya. That was great, and we wish you all the success for your future.
Thank you, sir.